Thank you guys so much for being here today. Today is a special day for me because it is my dad's birthday, and most of you know that he passed away about 7 years ago, and he would have been 68 today, I think. So anyway, today is just special to me, so I thank you guys for sharing your love and support by being here in class. Also, this week is 2 other important days. One is Earth Day, which is Wednesday, and also Wednesday is the new moon. And so very powerful to have Earth Day and new moon together. I think about Earth Day right now and how all of us being home and not driving in our cars and creating less pollution is such a blessing for the earth. It's such a gift that we can give her to allow her to restore and reset herself and just take a deep breath. And with a new moon is like for new beginnings, kind of for starting over. And the new moon is associated with the end of our exhale. And if you, at the end of your exhale, there's such release and relief when we breathe out and we let go of what we don't need. And with the new moon, then we're inviting in what we do need. So lots going on energetically right now. The sun and the moon are in divine alignment with the new moon, and so it's a very potent, strong energy. So you might physically feel more tired or just kind of, bye dogs. They don't want to do yoga. You might feel a little bit lower energy. So it's just a really good time to kind of tune into those rhythms and to honor and respect whatever you're feeling and to be gentle with yourself, with your physical practice, but also, with your emotions, with your communications, making sure that you're making time for stillness and for rest during this time. So, if you know me telling stories about my dad, you know that he would come home every day after work and he would lay on the floor. He would just get on the floor, on the earth, and breathe. He loved to be close to the earth. He loved walking barefoot out in the yard. He was a very grounded, connected person, and I hope I get some of that from him, that groundedness. And I think it's such an important thing that we have to know what grounds us and to know what connects us. And to be connected to the earth is so powerful. There's so much amazing energy from the earth and our relationship with the earth. If you think about our breath and how just each inhale and exhale is important not only to our body, but to each of the plants, that exchange of gases, the oxygen and carbon dioxide. We need each other for each breath. So the connectedness and the groundedness that we get from the earth and from our breath in this practice is so important. I want you to just go ahead and take a look at your feet and start rubbing on your feet a little bit. Start with the right foot maybe, and maybe use the knuckle or the fingertips and just start kind of massaging your feet down the arches of your feet. Maybe rub each toe and pressing on the heel a little bit. And as you're doing this, just creating some space and some opening that we can connect our feet to the earth as we practice. This is good because in reflexology, all the organs are associated with a different part of the bottom of our foot. This helps with our immune system, with our lymphatic system, with our digestion and elimination. It helps just kind of detox, not just the bottom of the foot and creating space with the connective tissue, but with all of the organs in our body. So go ahead and switch feet, do the left foot. So we think about this Earth Day, we think about this new moon, and we think about how we need to nurture our own body and the responsibility that we have to take care of our bodies. And that translates to the responsibility that we have to take care of each other and of the earth. So as we practice today, may you use each breath to do that, to nurture yourself with kindness and with compassion. Work down to the heel if you haven't already. And just go ahead and tune into your breath as you're massaging. A couple more moments. And then we'll sit up tall and close your eyes. And close your mouth. And just breathe slowly in and out through your nose. And through this practice today, may we recognize and appreciate and connect with the rhythms of the earth and with our body. There are rhythms all throughout the earth and its patterns through the sun and the moon and the seasons, the different rhythms with weather patterns. And us connecting that intentionally through our practice helps us to connect a little deeper to who we are and to be more sensitive to our own being and to our own needs, whether physically or emotionally. So thinking about what grounds you, what helps you feel more connected, and how you can nurture that relationship. Take a full breath in, reaching your arms out and up overhead, and bringing hands down to heart center as you exhale. And keep sitting up tall, keep focusing on your breath. And setting an intention for yourself today, kindness towards yourself, towards the earth in each breath. Take a full breath in. Exhale and bow your head. And lower your hands and softly blink your eyes open and come into hands and knees. And we will start by connecting what's touching the floor. So your hands, shoulder distance, pressing the fingertips down and creating little suction cups with the center of your palm. So you're not flattening the palm down, you pull up a little bit with that energy. And the knees, shins on the floor, tops of the feet can be down or toes curled under. And start to arch your spine and round your spine. The inhale is the arch with the lift of the chin and the tail, and the exhale is the upper back stretching towards the sky. So as you're moving and breathing, moving with that kindness and compassion towards yourself, really paying attention to the breath and to the rhythm that you're creating. And as we practice syncing up more with the rhythm of the earth, keep your eyes open or closed and take your knees a little bit wider and start to move hips in circles. Again, notice what's connecting to the earth, pressing the fingertips down. Feel your knees or your shins, the tops of your feet go in the opposite direction. And then allow your hips to move back towards your heels and maybe turn your palms face up towards the sky. Just open to receive the blessings of this practice. Take a deeper, slower breath in and slow exhale. Another full breath in and exhale. Flipping your palms back over, come back through hands and knees and make your way into downward facing dog. So lift your butt up in the air as high as you can and look at your hands, make sure they're shoulder distance apart and your index fingers pressing down and pointing straight ahead. Draw the shoulder blades onto your back so you feel that connection there, that engagement, that stability
in the upper back and shoulders. And then look back at your feet and make sure they're inner hip distance apart, toes are straight ahead. And bend your knees and lift your heels up as high as you can, lift your butt up as high as you can. And keep your butt up and start to lower your heels. Full breath in and out. And full breath in and out. Walking your hands back to your feet, moving mindfully as you touch the floor, the earth. Bend your knees as much as you need to touch the floor. Press your toes down and create arches. So you're pulling the energy up from the earth to work the legs a little bit straighter. Hips right over your heels. Hands to your shins, and inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. So we're moving with strength and with intention as we move with kindness. Inhale, lift a little. Exhale and bow forward. Each breath an opportunity to breathe in kindness, inhaling and exhaling kindness. Walking your hands forward as you come back into downward facing dog. Shift forward into plank. So shoulders are right over the wrists, butt's about the height of your upper back, and pull back with the heels of your hands to create a little bit more engagement and awareness, some heat. Full breath and exhale, and lift your hips up and back to dog. Inhale forward into plank, and exhale up and back to dog. Inhale forward into plank, and exhale up and back to dog. One more time like that. Inhale forward and exhale back. Walk your hands back to your feet and bend your knees, and this time bring your hands to your thighs, shoulders back, lift your gaze, your eyes all the way up, and reach your arms up and overhead, palms facing each other. Let the shoulder blades come down your back and look at your feet. So press the toes down but create arches. So your legs are straight but not locked, standing tall in mountain pose. Fingertips lifted, eyes lifted a little. Full breath in. As you exhale, bend your elbows out to the sides, bend your knees a little bit. Heart is lifted, eyes are lifted. Inhale, reach up, stand up. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Stay rooted and strong in the feet and the legs. Inhale, lift. And this time as you exhale, hold your left wrist inside, bend to your right. As you reach up through both sides, the waist, take a deeper breath in and deeper breath out. Come back to center, full breath in. As you exhale, bend your elbows, bend the knees. Inhale, reach up and holding your right wrist as you side bend, this time over to the left. Again, full breath in and exhale. Full breath in and exhale. Come back to center, full breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows, and then go a little deeper into ski racer. So peek at your feet, make sure the toes are straight ahead. Your knees are going the same direction as your toes. Full breath here. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Walking your hands forward, back into downward facing dog. And shifting forward into plank as you inhale, knees up or down and lower all the way down onto your belly. Good, so propping up on the forearms, elbows right under your shoulders, and notice what's touching the floor now. Pressing the inner edge of the wrist down, pressing your feet down, and then lift just your chest, ribs, and belly button. So a little pull back of the elbows, back of the neck nice and long. Keep pressing the inner edge of the wrist down. And then lifting your hips and thighs up. So you're still connected to the earth, nice and strong, but pulling that energy up from the belly to the spine. And then lengthening the top of the head forward. Tail moves back. And lowering thighs, hips, and belly all the way down, and bring your hands for cobra. So again, what's touching the earth? Your hands, the tops of the feet, and your hips. Inhale and lift. Space across the heart. Exhale and bow. And inhale and lift. And exhale and bow. Move with kindness. Move with strength. Inhale And exhale, finding a rhythm. Come through hands and knees and downward facing dog. Ears are right between your upper arms, hands pressing down, feet drawing the energy up. Lift your right leg up and back, stretch through the right heel, and lower the right leg down, and lift the left leg up and back, stretch through the left heel. Keep your shoulders square to the front of the mat. Lowering the left leg down. Good. Lifting each leg up high as you walk forward to the front of your mat. You can bend your knees. You can come up onto fingertips. You can use your blocks. So walk all the way to the front of the mat. Try to lift your leg up high with each step. And at the front of your mat, make sure your feet are parallel. Bend your knees and come back into ski racer pose. So thighs are as parallel to the floor as you can get. Arms stretch forward. Full breath in, full breath out. Lifting your heart, your arms into chair pose so shoulders are right over the hips. Inhaling and exhaling, hands to your heart as you come to stand. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. As you exhale, fold forward. Fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lift, and exhale, bow. And stepping your left foot all the way back and lowering your left knee to the floor and come up, hands on your hips. Your right knee should be directly over the right ankle. And then stretch your arms up. Let the tips of the shoulder blades come down, so connected. And notice what's touching the floor, the earth. That right foot is pressing down, pulling back, the left knee pulling forward. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale. And as you exhale, take your left hand down to the floor and your right arm reaches up. So look down at that left hand and put weight, press into it, but then pull up from the center of your palm up all the way to the right fingertips. Your inhale is as you're reaching up. As you exhale, take your right hand and reach it down, sweeping towards the left hand. And inhale, sweep back up. As you exhale, reach your hand down to the left, looking down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach down. And inhale, reach up. And this time, reach over your ear. Maybe lift your back knee off the floor. And notice what's touching the earth now. The right foot, the left hand, and left foot pulling towards each other, creating energy. Back knee down if it's lifted, and bring your right hand down inside the right foot. Walk your hands forward and get low inside that right inner thigh, lowering your heart and your head evenly. So don't just drop your head, your chin. Push your hands forward or come down onto forearms. Put weight into that right big toe. Know what's connected, what's grounding you to the earth. And walking your hands back in and on either side of the right foot. And then start to move your hips back and lift the right toes, legs straight, and then shift forward with the right knee bent again. So full breath in here. As you exhale, shifting the hips back, right leg straighter. Again, bend the right knee, heart comes forward, blocks are helpful here, and bow forward as you straighten the right leg. And now staying here, pulling back, connected that right heel to the earth. As you pull the toes back, draw the belly in. Full breath in. And exhale. And then bending that right knee, lift your left knee up off the floor. Hands or blocks come forward. Lift your left leg in the air and work the right leg straighter. So what's touching the floor, what's grounded and connected, keeps changing in this practice. Inhale, lift a little. And exhale, bow. So we have to pay attention. We have to stay engaged and sensitive. Inhale, move with kindness. Exhale and bow. Good. Lowering that left foot next to the right. Step your right foot all the way back, lowering the right knee padded as you need. Hands to the front thigh, hips, and then reach up as you're ready. So connecting that left foot, pressing down, pulling back energetically. Pull the belly in, dragging the right knee forward isometrically. Inhale and exhale. Hips lower, heart lifts. Full breath in. And as you exhale now, right hand down to the floor a little wider, left arm reaches up. So look down at the right fingertips, claw the floor and pull that energy all the way up to the left fingertips as you look up. Inhale. Exhale, left hand sweeps down, touches the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, sweep down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, sweep down. Inhale, back up and over your ear. Maybe lift the back knee off the floor. Again, paying attention to what's connecting you, what's grounding you, and breathing with a deeper kindness, a sensitivity and awareness to your own body, nurturing with each movement and breath. And lowering your back knee and coming down inside with that left hand, either fingertips or forearms to floor or blocks. Make sure you're staying engaged with that left foot, right knee, belly, upper back. Breath a little slower. And as you come back in, hands on either side, use the blocks. Full breath in with that front knee bent. As you exhale, start to move the left leg straighter, pull back on the toes. Inhale forward into lunge, heart lifted. Exhale and move that left leg straighter. And inhale, bend the knee. And exhale, this time staying in this forward fold over the left thigh. Pull back on the heel, pull back on the toes. Make sure your shoulder blades are on your back, not rounded here. Eyes down. Breath nice and rhythmic. Our nervous system likes a rhythm. It likes to find that security and the even breath in and out. A little slower, a little calmer. And then bending that left knee 90 degrees, lift your right knee, hands or blocks come forward, lift the right leg in the air, and working that left leg straighter. Inhale, belly and chest up. Exhale and bow forward. Inhale, back up, and exhale, fold. Good. Right foot next to the left, inhaling and exhaling. Good. Stepping your right foot all the way back and turn to your right. So bend your knees, butt back, thighs as parallel to the floor as you can, and go a little side to side with your hips. Fingertips are on floor blocks, and notice what's connected. So make sure you're working your feet. And as you come back to center, knees bent, hands to your hips or thighs, shoulders back, and come all the way up to stand and reaching your arms up and hands to heart center. So from here, you're going to reach your arms out parallel to the floor, and legs are straight but not locked. This is always your inhale position. I like to make a mudra here with my hands, with the thumb and the middle finger and the ring finger on both hands. So middle finger and ring finger and thumbs squeezed together. Full breath in at center. As you exhale, your left hand is going to reach for your right foot. Your right arm reaches up. Inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, we'll switch sides and reach for the other foot back to center. Good. So moving, keep your eyes open here. As you exhale, you're reaching opposite hand for foot or shin or knee, whatever you can reach. And you can go as slowly or as quickly as you want, but move with your breath. The inhale to center, the exhale as you reach. Try to breathe just through your nose. Try to keep your spine long, not locking your knees, but making sure you're feeling that connection of the feet. So the four corners drawing up. Keep moving and finding a nice rhythm. One more each side, over to the right, center, over to the left, center, and fold forward. Hands to floor or blocks. Inhale, lift a little. Exhale, fold. quarter turn back to the front of your mat. Through left lunge, step your right foot forward. And bending your knees, coming back into ski racer pose. So again, thighs are as parallel to the floor as you can, belly in, arms reach forward, eyes are down. And then stay here or go lower into a deeper squat. Knees can go wider, elbows inside, or hands can reach forward for balance. Full breath in and exhale. And go ahead, have a seat and block or block thing as you lay on your back. So nothing says Earth Day like abs. Place that block between your upper inner thighs. I'm sure my dad would have loved abs. Knees are 90 degrees, flexing the toes and the feet, and hands are on your thighs. So think about your hands and thighs being a grounding connection, pressing that force into each other. Shoulders are back and belly roots towards the floor. Notice what's touching the earth. The back of your head, the parts of your shoulder blades, back of the ribs, the sacrum. So as you're pressing hands and thighs into each other, deepening that connection and that strength, make sure you're breathing with kindness. You're breathing with sensitivity. You're breathing with responsibility to take care of your own body. And bringing your hands right by your hips. So block between your thighs, lower and lift your heels to tap the floor. If that's too much on your low back, take the block out and lower and lift one heel at a time. So as you do this, you're toning the low belly and making sure you're not arching the low back. So make sure that you're moving in a way that is supportive and is caring for your low back. Make sure you're breathing. And coming back to center and taking your arms out to a T. So I like palms up here, but if you want to do palms down, you can. Shoulders stay back, take your knees to the right. And the tendency is for that left shoulder to lift. So if you put weight into the right elbow, it'll keep the left shoulder down. Squeeze the block with the right leg. Nice deep breaths in and out. Staying connected, staying grounded. Back to center, knees over to the left. Press into the left elbow to keep the right shoulder down. Full breath, belly in. And back to center, knees over to the right. Maybe you'd like to straighten that left leg. Pull the left heel back towards the left hip though to stay connected, to stay grounded. Bend the knees back to center, over to the left, maybe straightening the right leg. Pull back with the right heel. Full breath in and exhale. And back to center. Good. Go ahead and take the block out and set it to the side and cross your right thigh over your left thigh. So knees are bent, feet are lifted off the floor, and your knees are not towards your chest. Your knees should be right over your hips. Hands behind your head and fingertips and back of the head pressing into each other, engaging the upper back shoulder blades together. So full breath in here. As you exhale, lift your upper body and bring your right shoulder to the left. Back to center and lower down. Make sure you're not pulling on your head and neck. And lift center, left shoulder, and back to center and lower. Try to keep your knees right over the hips. Lift center, right shoulder, center, and lower. Lift, left, center, and lower. Lift, right, center, and lower. Lift, left, center, and lower. Lift, right, center, and lower. Lift, left, center, and lower. Switching legs, so taking left thigh over right and knees again right over your hips. Hands still behind your head, lifting center, this time starting with the left shoulder, back to center and lower. Lift, right, center, and lower. Lift, left, center, and lower. Move with kindness. Lift, right, center, and lower. Lift, left, center, and lower. Lift, right, center, and lower. Lift, left, center, and lower. Lift, right, center, and lower. Lift, left, center, lower. Lift, right, center, and lower. Uncross your legs and take your legs up straight in the air, hands behind your thighs. Push your tail away from your head. So you're lengthening the low back, engage the belly, lengthening the backs of the legs. Good. Bringing your hands underneath your sacrum or right by your hips, palms down, and take your legs up straight in the air. So your right leg will move. Your left leg can either be straight out, hover just above the floor, or bent at 90 degrees, or left foot on the floor. Your choice as you start to slowly lower and lift the right leg. Breathe. You're moving with strength and with kindness. Maintaining that breath nice and rhythmic. 2 more on this side. And switching. So now your left leg will move. Your right leg can be straight out, bent at 90 degrees, or foot on the floor. Your choice. Moving that left leg. Find the rhythm of your breath. You might close your eyes here. Really connect with that low belly pulling towards the earth. Keep the shoulders back so they're connected. Keep the head back, pressing a little bit with the back of your head. 2 more on this side. Good. Bending both knees and feet on the floor. Grab your block and place it between your upper inner thighs. Palms by your hips face down, feet pressing into the floor, back of the head pressing into the floor. As you inhale, lifting your heart, your hips up and your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lifting. And exhale, lowering. And lifting. And lowering. Find the rhythm. And 1 more lift. And lower. Go ahead and set that block to the side. You can roll to your side or you can rock front to back. The length of your spine will meet in downward facing dog. If you want to rock and roll up to a standing forward fold, you're welcome to. And meet in downward facing dog. In your dog, get grounded and rooted in those hands, lifting the arms a little bit. Lift your right leg and bend the right knee and open your hip up to the right. Now look over your left shoulder, see if you can see the right toes. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, bringing that right knee towards your nose and stepping that foot forward between your hands. So your choice, back knee could be down or keep it lifted as you come up to crescent lunge. So make sure as you come up, your feet are not on a balance beam. They're about inner hip distance apart. Shoulders over your hips, front knee 90 degrees. Stretch your arms up, lower your hips, lift your heart and your gaze. Take a full breath in here. Exhaling, full breath in. As you exhale, twist your upper body open to your right. So arms extend out long and then right hand lowers, left arm lifts up. Lift your heart, keep lowering your hips. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to center. As you exhale, hands to the floor and lifting that left leg up. Inhale, belly and chest up. As you exhale, bow forward, stepping that left foot all the way back in 3-legged dog, right leg lifted, bend the knee, open the hip again. And lower the right foot down and lift the left leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip, lift your right shoulder, look over that right shoulder, belly in, stay connected to the earth, whatever's touching, connect with your breath in that rhythm. Inhaling, and as you exhale, knee comes forward to your nose and step that foot through. So back knee up or down again. As you come up, stretching your arms up, lower your hips, pull the front ribs in. Back leg work straighter as you can. Soften the base of the neck, engaging the upper back. Full breath in here. Exhale, twisting open, reaching your arms out wide to the left. Left hand down, right arm up. Keep lowering the hips, lifting your heart, your gaze. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands to the floor and lifting that right leg up. Inhale, belly and chest. Exhale, bow. Stepping that right leg all the way back. Three-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hip. And lowering the left leg down, shift forward into plank. Pull back with the heels of the hands nice and strong. As you lower, knees up or down. Inhaling and exhaling. Curl your toes. Come through plank or hands and knees and back to downward facing dog. Walking your feet forward to your hands. At the front of your mat, inhale and exhale. Bend your knees, hands to hips or thighs, shoulders back, and come all the way up to stand, reaching your arms up and hands to heart center. So standing on your right leg and bending the left knee for the thigh stretch. So if you need to use a strap for the left foot, please do. The right foot is your connection. It's the only thing touching the earth right now. So you want to make sure it's intentional. The toes press down, those four corners, press down and then pull up. Make arches in your feet, unlock that right knee and right hand on your heart maybe, and start to kick that foot up and back. Right knee slightly bent, eyes open, looking forward or down for balance. Breathing, finding a nice rhythm. As you come back up, let go with the foot, lift the knee and cross ankle over thigh, standing pigeon. Arms out wide for balance. Maybe you need to hold on to something, it's okay. Breathe. Sometimes we need a little bit more to ground us than just that one standing leg. Good, come up to stand, lifting your left knee. And then warrior three, taking that leg straight back, thigh facing the floor, heart forward, arms can reach forward, back, or wide. Inhaling. And exhaling, fold forward, hands to floor blocks, lifting that left leg up, bow head and heart. And lowering the left leg next to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. Bend your knees, hands to hips or thighs, shoulders back. As you come up, reach up. Hands to your heart. Good. Getting rooted and grounded in your left leg. Bend your right knee. Thigh stretch. Knee towards the floor, belly in and up, ribs in, space across your heart. Hand on your heart helps to keep that space open and your shoulders moving back and wider. Kicking foot into hand, grounded there, grounded in that strong left leg as you come forward. Eyes opened, steady, kicking that foot, draw the belly and try to stretch your waist a little longer. Your head moving away from your hips. And as you come back up, let go of that right foot, cross ankle over thigh, arms out wide for balance. Go a little lower, belly in, heart up, gaze up. Making your way back to stand, lift the knee and warrior three. Taking that leg straight back, right thigh facing the floor. Get strong and grounded, rooted in that left leg. Hands to the floor as you lift that right leg in the air, bow forward. And lowering that foot next to the floor. Inhale and exhale. Good. Bending your knees, hands to hips or thighs, shoulders back. As you come up, reach up. And hands to your heart. Good. Go ahead and grab your blanket or your towel. And for those of you that know calf smash, you can go ahead into that if you want. As you roll this up, option one will be to stand on the blanket or the towel. So if you have any knee issues, I recommend this option. Standing with the balls of your feet on the blanket, heels on the floor, and feet are about inner hip distance apart. And bending your knees, coming forward, hands to floor or blocks, and work the legs straighter. So head towards the floor. Try to engage the belly and the shoulder blades up your back. And working the legs straighter as you can. You can lean forward or back with your hips. If you're in calf smash, that blanket is up behind your knees as much as you can as you come forward onto the shins, the tops of the feet. So again, changing whatever is connecting to the earth, getting grounded and rooted in that. Find the rhythm of your breath. Find that mudra again with the middle finger and the ring finger pressing with the thumb. Palms can be up. Arms just relaxed by your sides. Maybe wiggle a little bit side to side. So this new moon practice is about getting rid of what we don't need and inviting in what we want in our lives. So it's planting the seeds for intention. Intention for things that help us nurture ourselves, nurture each other, nurture and care for the earth. You're welcome to move that blanket back a tad bit if you want. Keep wiggling side to side a little. Eyes soft or closed. Again, just focusing on what's connecting with the blanket between your legs and the pressure it's creating, and releasing what you don't need, eliminating that out. And this elimination is for the digestive system, the lymphatic system, the immune system, our emotional system. So releasing with the end of your exhale. It's goes along with the concept of apana, of our breath. It's an outward and downward flow of our breath. It relates to the first chakra, our pelvic floor, of being grounded and feeling safe. So we want to feel safe in our own body. We want to feel secure in our own body, grounded here. So making sure that our breath is connected. We're hydrating and eating well. Go ahead and make your way into downward facing dog. So releasing, it's like an exhale to let the blanket go and stretch the backs of your legs nice and long. Full breath in and full breath out. Lifting your hips up, letting the heels lower. And lifting that right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, take a full breath in. As you exhale, bring that knee to your nose and step that foot forward between your hands, coming up crescent lunge again. Full breath, lowering the hips, lifting your heart, back leg straighter as you can, and squeezing the feet towards each other. You're scissoring the legs, cutting out what you don't need. Inhale. As you exhale, open warrior two. So your back heel pivots to the floor, hips get lower and turn a little bit more forward toward that left front corner of your mat. Arms are out parallel. Full breath in and exhale. Hug the feet and lift the belly a little. Lower your left hand, reach your right arm up, gazing up. Keep lowering the hips. And then start to move your right leg straighter and hinge forward into triangle. So feel free to grab the block under that right hand or hold the shin. Whatever you're touching, that's your connection. Start to turn open. Left shoulder, gaze, left arm reaches up. So as you press down into whatever you're connecting with, you're also pulling up. Your fingertips are trying to stretch to the sky. Hugging the feet in, legs straight, not locked. Pressing into your feet, hugging in and coming back through warrior two. Full breath in and out here. Find that mudra of the middle finger and ring finger. Back to crescent lunge. Back heel pivots up. Heart and hips square to the front of your mat. Inhale. As you exhale, warrior three. Nice and strong, rooted in that right leg. Heart opens. Good. Left hand to your heart or to your hip. Right hand down to the floor or block as you start to turn open. Half moon here, reaching that left hand up towards the sky, maybe looking up if you're feeling grounded and strong in that right hand and right leg. If you're feeling really grounded, maybe lift the right hand off the floor to your heart. Both hands down, stepping the left leg all the way back in three-legged dog, right leg lifted up and back. Option here to flip it over. So if you're not, you're welcome to just come up onto right fingertips. If you are flipping, landing on the ball of the right foot, your left toes turn to the back of the mat, left leg is straight, heart lifts, right arm stretches forward. And coming back around mindfully through your downward facing dog. Full breath in and exhale. Lifting your left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, take a full breath in here. As you exhale, knee to your nose and step that foot forward between your hands, bending the back knee to come up, crescent lunge. So getting settled in the legs and the hips, hugging in, making that back leg straighter as you squeeze in, belly reaches up, gaze up, full breath here. Exhaling and opening, warrior two. Back heel to the floor, find that mudra of ring finger and middle finger and the thumb pressing into each other, hips lower and turn in just a little. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze the feet, lift the belly, lower your right hand, lift the left. Keep lowering your hips as you lift your heart, curl back a little more, and mindfully moving that left leg straighter, hinge forward. So left hand finds the shin, the floor, or the block. Right arm reaches up. Right hand can be in that mudra as you stretch up, eyes up, pulling up from the soles of your feet, the legs, the butt, the belly. Back through warrior two as you bend that front knee. Full breath in and out. And crescent lunge. Back heel lifts up, head and heart forward, square to the front of your mat. Strong legs, strong butt and belly, rhythm of your breath. Inhale. As you exhale, lifting that right strong leg, warrior three. Heart open, arms reaching forward, back or wide. And then right hand to your heart, left hand floor or block as you start to turn open. Ardha Chandrasana, reaching the right arm up for the sky, maybe looking up. Maybe lifting the left hand to your heart. Make sure you're not holding your breath. You want that flow of energy to keep expanding and contracting. Both hands to the floor. Step the right leg all the way back. Three-legged dog, left leg lifted. Bend the knee. An option here to flip it over, landing on the ball of the left foot. Right toes point to the back of the mat. Your left arm reaches forward. Heart reaches forward. And mindfully back into your downward facing dog and forward into plank. Knees up or down, lower all the way down. Inhaling cobra and lower down. Two more like that. Really press your feet, pull back with your hands, stretch your heart forward. Hips stay down and lower. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. Good. Curl your toes through hands and knees and plank as you'd like. And back to downward facing dog. Full breath in and exhale. Go ahead and lower your knees and take a nice seat and do a little meditation before we get back onto the floor. So sit on your blanket or your block as you need. Turn the thighs in and back. So in this meditation, we'll find the mudra again of middle finger and ring finger of both hands pressing into that thumb. And your arms can just be relaxed, palms up on your thighs or your knees, and you are sitting up as tall as you possibly can. So the first part of the meditation, I want you to focus on what you'd like to let go of.
So what we need to release during this new moon, what toxicities we need to get rid of, impurities in our mind and in our body. So that's the first part of the breath. And I want you to really focus on the exhale and making that exhale a little bit longer, a little bit slower. So close your eyes. And if you can, focus your eyes' attention right between your eyebrows at that third eye point. And slowly just start to breathe in and out through your nose. Letting that release of the exhale be a little longer and allowing yourself to let go of what you don't need, what doesn't serve you. Letting go of that false talk that your ego throws around in your head. Letting go of actual impurities in your breath, in your body, from the kidneys, from the digestive system. Just releasing them energetically. And it can be a pretty general release. Just asking each breath to cleanse you of anything negative, anything that doesn't serve your truth. And one more full breath in. And exhale, focusing on what you're letting go of. In this next round of breathing, we'll focus on what we'd like to invite in. So focusing on the seeds of intention that we would like to plant within our own being, in our own homes, for our earth. So make it a very healing invitation for your body and for your mind and your heart. Sitting up tall again, focusing your eyes right between the eyebrows, and same breath with that slow inhale and really focusing on that exhale. That new moon energy relates to the end of the exhale, that apana, that outward and downward flow of the breath, of elimination. Our digestive system, our reproductive system, our immune system. This breath, nice and soothing, calming for our nervous system, helping us feel more grounded, safer as we invite in what nurtures us, what heals us. A few more breaths here. And one more mindful inhale. Really slow exhale. And just let your breath find its own natural rhythm. Softly blink your eyes open and we'll come to lay on our backs. So grab whatever you have for a strap and onto your back. Just hug your knees in wide towards your shoulders. Maybe rock a little bit side to side. And just feel that connection, whatever is touching the earth here, your back, your shoulders, the back of your head. And finding gratitude for this connection, finding awareness for this connection. Take the strap
and place it on your right foot. So you can place it on the ball of your foot or on the heel if you know the fancy strap way for the strap. And I want you to hold the strap as low as you possibly can, depending on the length of your strap. So maybe elbows and backs of the upper arms are on the floor. And right leg is as straight as you can, pulling the foot towards your face, pushing the thigh away. You might even use a hand to hold the straps and one hand on the thigh. Extend your left leg out straight on the floor. So as you're pressing hand and thigh and pulling the foot overhead, notice that left leg straight out, connected to the earth, pulling the left heel up towards the left hip. The strap is really anchoring the foot in the leg into the right hip socket, connected. Full breath. Remember that exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, breathing a little bit deeper. I hope you guys are able to get outside and just go out and pull some weeds. Go out and play in your yard a little bit and connect with nature. And really look at it. Look at the details of it. Look at the bugs and look at the pollen and be appreciative for all of it, because we need those cycles. We need those rhythms to stay going, to stay alive for all of us. Hold the strap in your right hand. Take the right leg out and up to your right. So toes are pulling towards the right shoulder. Right thigh is pushing away. Left hip and thigh, left shoulder stay anchored towards the floor. Breath nice and rhythmic. And coming back to center with that right leg. Hold the strap with your left hand and roll onto your outer left hip. You might scoot your hips a little to do that. And take your right leg out to the left and stretch your right arm out and look over your right shoulder. As you do this, move the back of your head towards your left shoulder just to align your head right over the spine. Full breath in. And exhale. So it's good to find a rhythm. It's good to find a routine. And during this new moon, if you take that little foot massage and do it right before bed, maybe with some coconut oil with a little bit of essential oil mixed in before you go to bed, it's just nice self-care for you to do. Soothing for your nervous system again, creating circulation in your feet, your legs, and for all of the organ systems. Come back to center with that right leg. Full breath in and exhale. And mindfully let go of the strap. Lengthen the right leg out next to the left. And then bend both knees and we'll switch sides. So taking the left leg with the strap, ball of the foot or heel, and holding the strap as low as you possibly can, elbows on the floor, and take the right leg out straight. So you're pulling the left foot overhead towards your head, pushing the left thigh away maybe with one hand. Eyes closed or soft. And as you are rubbing your feet before bed with that oil, it's just a good time to take some deep breaths and to meditate and to think about the different rhythms in your life, the different routines, and again, thinking about the ones that you'd like to let go of. And this week is a good time to start something new, a new habit. So thinking of the habits that would nurture you. And as you take care of yourself, take responsibility for yourself, that helps our community. That helps each other. It helps the people that you're living with. And ultimately, it's good for the earth. This energy that we create, whether positive or negative, it affects all things. Hold the strap in your left hand and take that strap or the leg out to the left, keeping the right leg, hip rooted down, right shoulder, pulling the left toes towards the left shoulder, left thigh pushing away from the left shoulder. And then really digging a little deeper into thinking about those habits that we'd like to let go of. And each breath, we have that opportunity to release that energy,
and to invite in something new. So whether we're on our mats or off our mats, we have the tools, we have the ability to start over, to get grounded, to reconnect ourselves. Bring that left leg back to center and onto your right outer hip as you take the left leg over to your right, pulling the left toes towards your right shoulder. Stretch the left arm out and look over the left shoulder. Back of the head moves towards the right shoulder a little, aligning the spine. Keep pushing that left thigh away from the right shoulder. Full breaths in and out. A deeper, more rhythmic breath. And taking your leg back through center, nice full breath in. As you exhale, lowering your leg out, strap to the side, and hug your knees in wide. Rock a little bit side to side. And then bringing your knees together right over your hips and hands to your thighs again. And press your hands and thighs. Full breath in. And exhale. And full breath in. And exhale. Lowering your feet to the floor. If you'd like to take your legs up the wall for Shavasana or have the block under your hips for Shavasana, please do so. Otherwise, you can take your legs straight out, let the toes fall open to the sides, and I'm going to start calling this pose my dad's pose, his favorite pose, Shavasana, but then he'd go get a beer right after. So to celebrate his birthday, you're welcome to go have a beer after your Shavasana. As you settle in and just let your body get heavy, just thinking about the earth. And I feel like the earth is having her own Shavasana right now, with all of us at home, allowing the skies and the oceans, everything to become cleaner and clearer. And the deeper we breathe, the more that happens. The more our intention of kindness and responsibility for our own body, for taking care of each other, and for taking care of our earth, that seed gets planted and it starts to grow. And we start to form new habits, new ways of thinking, new ways of prioritizing. Enjoy the stillness as the earth is enjoying hers.
And just noticing the rhythm of your breath. May we continue to find the rhythm with our breath and our energy, something that's connecting, that's syncing up with the rhythms of the moon, of the sun, of the seasons, the rhythm of the earth. Start to move your toes and fingers, stretching your arms up and overhead, bending your knees and rolling over onto your right side, and just pause there, bowing your head and your heart towards the earth, bowing in gratitude for all of her abundance. And using your arms, pressing yourself up to a nice seat. And as you sit tall, make sure you sit mindfully, turning the thighs in and back, sitting up tall. And one hand on your heart and the other fingertips to the earth, connected to all living beings, to each other. And reading to you a poem by Maya Angelou. We need joy as we need air. We need love as we need water. We need each other as we need the earth we share. Bring your hands together at heart center. And take a full breath in together, a breath of kindness and compassion, love and responsibility. Exhale and bow. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within guide your way on. Satnam. From my heart to each of yours always, with love and gratitude. Namaste. Thank you guys for being here. Happy Earth Day and happy birthday and happy new moon day.
Hey, it's me again. If you enjoyed this practice, please like, share, and subscribe. And consider supporting me by making a donation via Venmo or PayPal, or even going one step further and joining my ever-growing Patreon community, where you can have access to exclusive content like workshops, live stream classes, and more full-length practices before I release them to the public. Remember, it's support like yours that allows me to continue providing content to the yoga community. Also, I'd love to hear from you, so drop me a line in the comments section and look below for all details and links. Thanks so much.